What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Jay Prince was recently interviewed on Hip Hop News Uncensored, and he talked about his feelings on the recent shootings of rappers in Texas, including Mo3, who was killed in Dallas, Boosie, who was shot in Dallas, and Benny the Butcher, who was shot in Houston. He said, I don't like it. He said that these rappers need to choose OGs over IGs. I like that. OGs over IGs. He also talked about how if a rapper want to make it back home, his actions when he leave his house, from the time that he try to get back to his house, needs to complement his plan to get back home. Made a lot of sense to me. Made a whole lot of sense. And he talked about being a part of a movement, not a moment. And that's where a lot of things are falling apart, fam. A lot of these cats, they just want to be part of a moment. They just want instant gratification, and they find themselves in bad positions. Now, of course, Boosie is not that type of cat, not in that situation. You can't say that about Benny the Butcher because he basically was ambushed. I don't think he was flexing or nothing like that. I just think it was a situation where dudes they thought they saw a sweet lick and they went for it. Mo3, we know, had some issues online where he was going back and forth with people. But a lot of this, fam, is egos, pride, a whole lot of it. And a lot of it, quite frankly, is disrespect. You know, like if you really want to have respect, you got to give respect. And it's just not enough respect out there. It is very important, if you plan on having some longevity, to be respectful. Doesn't mean you're a coward. It has nothing to do with being a coward. I know for a fact ain't no coward in me, but I'm respectful. I would respect a 5-year-old. I mean, just off the strength that it's a human being, right? But now you bring it to me and, then you get what you get. But just off the rip, I think it's important for people to have respect, and respect is a lost art these days. A whole lot of people got a problem with just being respectful. I mean, it's just, people are just blatantly, it seems like they go out of their way to be disrespectful. And the disrespectful ones, they always get caught up. I mean, they might run it for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few years, but they always get it. And when they get it, they always get it when they least expect it. But they get it 100% of the time. Because guess what? You might be big and bad, but it's always somebody bigger and badder. You might be gangster with it. It's always somebody more gangster with it. Or it might be somebody just as gangster as you, and they get the ups on you. You can have all them guns you want. You got to get to them first. And guess what? You ain't walking around while you shopping in Macy's with a gun out. You might have it on you. But that dude that got the drop on you, he might squeeze off first. Bam. Before you can, you might not even get a chance to even know it's coming. You in the dressing room, ha, he, ha, yeah. What this look like? Boom. Over. Standing at the cash register, getting ready to pay. Boom. Walk around to the next aisle. Excuse me, man. Somebody excuse me. Boom. It's that easy. I think it's very important that OGs like Jay speak on these type of things, because a lot of these youngsters just don't know no better. A lot of them was raised with no daddies, or their daddies were in prison, or their daddies were just absent, and they just don't know any better. And they're learning from each other. Imagine that. Imagine having never had sex or have been taught to use a condom properly and asking the guy next to you who ain't never had sex, who ain't never learned to use a condom properly, what you should do. Oh man, you just take it out, man, and just put it on, man. Oh man. Jay told me when I was in my late 20s, knocking out people damn near daily on the charts, doing videos, hit records. Couldn't get it out of my system. He said, man, you better stop putting your hands on people. Somebody gonna kill you. If I hadn't caught my snap, I wouldn't be here, because it would just be a matter of time. If you're constantly engaging in conflict, it's just a matter of time before they get you, before somebody else gets you. I didn't stop. I didn't curb the aggression because I was afraid of conflict. I curbed it because I was afraid of dying prematurely, because I had things that I wanted to do. That don't mean I just step back and allow people to get away with stuff. I just started moving in a different way. So, having said that, it's important to note, experience is not the best teacher. Other people's experience is the best teacher, in most cases. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?